Motown, Detroit, Michigan. That's the settings for the Magic. The irreplaceable beard of James Harden, trimmed, polished, and ready as they game plan for the task ahead at Little Caesars Arena. Magic, Pistons, tip-off just moments away. Welcome and thank you for spending this holiday season with 2K Sports as we get ready for the special NBA presentation. A look at Orlando's opening lineup. They've got Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Toumani Camara out there with Ben Simmons. Then there's Jalen Duren, and it's Harden in at the shooting guard. And for the Pistons, Jaden McDaniels out there with Tari Eason. Then there's Dyson Daniels. Then it's Donovan Clingan, and it's Frazier in at the 1. And this is a tough time of the season, Grant. A few months in with a few months to go.
Yeah, BA. You know, for the players, this is when they start to feel the grind of the regular season. A lot of the guys are dealing with nagging fatigue or mental weariness.
SGA, good.
A tricky cover. Gilgeous-Alexander is a talented finisher inside.
Ooh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Rejected by Clingan. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Clingan. Detroit on D. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Uses the glass on the layup.
It doesn't matter what the defense does inside. Gilgeous-Alexander was determined to get through.
Daniels outside. Pass to Clingan. Detroit moving the ball around. Here's Frazier. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Orlando with the rebound. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Good D by Daniels.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Well, Daniels is a tall guard. He can get up with the best of them.
For Orlando, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Here's Simmons, outside Camara. Pass to SGA. Duren, the screen. To the paint. Eason with a steal. Here's Frazier. Playing Washington, he was nearly unstoppable. Out of bounds. It'll be Orlando's ball.
Orlando ball.
And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Now here's SGA. Tight defense on him. Oh, his shooting remains on point. 3 for 4 thus far.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
It's Eason with the jam.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. And this young Magic team plays a stifling brand of defense, Dan.
Yeah, the best we've seen in Orlando since the Hall of Famer Dwight Howard patrolled the paint. That team also had great coaching. Well, they've started this game strong offensively. 3 out of their first 4 attempts.
SGA surveying the D. Outside Simmons. There's a screen by Kamara. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, it's stolen by Eason. And the Pistons pushing it up now. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Well, you can't sleep on McDaniel's athleticism if you're the defense. At 6'9", he can absolutely hammer it home.
Bol, he's checked in for Simmons. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Orlando Magic. It's a 3-point game. Pass to Duren. Here's McDaniels. Plenty of space. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Pistons.
But our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
You know, they've also been very effective at running the floor. Just a ton of points in the fast break. It's been a big part of their success.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, JB Bickerstaff had a few moments to share with me. He said Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is going to be their main focus at the defensive end, and as he put it, Shai's a riddle because he can light it up from outside, he has the speed to get to the hoop, and he knows how to draw the fouls too. Coach hopes that they stay disciplined and they can keep SGA off the line. Back to you, BA.
And Allie, thank you for that. Back to Duren. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup.
Well, that is a solid screen by Duren. And then the big man rolls right into scoring position.
Inside. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Klingon. The Magic have gone 5 of 8. Solid opening quarter for them. SGA with it. He's picked up by Eason. Here's Bol. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists tonight. The Pistons trailing. Pass to Klingon.
An effective stopper at the rim. Duren sure knows how to use those long arms.
I'll tell you, those finishes are always extra special when they come from your point guard.
Oh, forget about his passing. Can we see more dunking?
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
And so the timeout by JB Bickerstaff here. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. For Detroit. George, he's checked in for Eason. And it's Keontae George in for Daniels. Orlando making a switch here. Pass to Frazier. Klingon with a screen. To the inside. Can they get it? And he lays it up and in.
First, Klingon screens the defender out of the play and then capitalizes.
Outside Harden. Shot misses. Ooh, nice D from George. The Pistons have got 6 of 8 shots to go. Good on the bucket.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Maravich, the pass to Herter. Down low. Here's Bol. And finish Fished off by Bull.
You see the unselfishness of Herder, a guy who wants to make the right play.
55 seconds left in the first quarter. Frazier, the pass to George. George, a screen on Herder. Back to George. Fires the three. And it's Harden who pulls down the rebound. The Magic have got 8 out of 12 shots to fall. Here's Maravich. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's going to be on Keyshawn George.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now.
2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And some changes here for Detroit. Claxton, he's checked in for Klingon. Bradley comes in for McDaniels. And it's Johnson in for Frazier. Herder against Johnson. For three, George. Vanderbilt pulls it in. Orlando leading. Here's Maravich. No points yet. Pass to Harden. The deep three. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. What a performance for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He has been the story for Orlando. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And for the Magic guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, there's no reason to take risky shots when you can collect points at the rim.
Yeah, they've made a point to get inside on this defense, and it's been working like a charm early on.
Got George, Deontay George out there with Johnson. Then it's Nicholas Claxton, and it's Issel in at the four-man position. That's the group for Detroit right now. Pass to Kamara. Outside Vanderbilt. And stolen by Claxton. Johnson with it, and Lopez picks him up. It's Johnson with a drive. The shot's good. Johnson's got his first 2 points of the night. Magic trail by 3. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Herder. No good with the triple. And so it's George with it. He brings it up for the Pistons. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Raptors at Scotiabank Arena in Toronto. And that starts a 4-game road trip for them.
Well, sharp interior passing is so important. The best way to create high-percentage buckets.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks a lot. The Pistons are growing. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff said, I appreciate the work that the guys have put in, and I'm proud of what they're becoming. But we have more work to do. We're still taking steps. Our guys have improved. The team has improved, but we're not finished yet. Guys?
On the rise. Allie, thanks very much for the report. George passes to Issel. Over Vanderbilt. Issel can't get it to go.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
SGA against George. Vanderbilt. Oh, and a great assist by SGA. That one goes in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 assists in the game. And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Yeah, when it comes to taking an offense out of its rhythm, what are some of the primary methods, Grant?
Well, B.A., you have to disrupt their flow. That can come from steals, deflections, block shots, even change shots. Anything that makes them feel uncomfortable.
Green's checked in for Orlando. Here's Frazier. SGA covering. Frazier, the pass to Claxton. And there's the whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul. Now here's George. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Claxton a screen on Vanderbilt. 4 on the clock. It's hauled in by the Magic.
I think this is a rare case of being overcommitted. He tried to go all out at the rim, and they stifled him.
Here's Herter, and he lays it up and in. And now a 3-point Orlando lead.
Obviously, Herter's focus offensively is on the outside, but his touch translates into the paint as well.
Here's Frazier. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Vanderbilt against George. Here's Frazier. An effective score for them, scoring around 21.5 points a game. It's stolen by Daniels. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Detroit moving the ball around. George scanning the floor. Clock at 6. Here's Claxton. And he can't stop the run as that one misses.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
SGA with it. He's picked up by Eason. Kamara, no good. Pistons trail by 3. Eason, pass to Frazier. Back to Eason. Here's Frazier. Green covering. Daniels outside. And it's all tied up. Daniels has got 5 now.
A shot Dyson continues to work on. When he's locked in from deep, he's tough to defend.
Orlando calls timeout. Changes here for Detroit. Klingon comes in for Claxton, and McDaniels is subbed in for George. Orlando making some changes. Here's Harden. That one falls. And the Magic lead by 2.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Pass to Klingon. And he lobs it up to the rim. Hammers the lob through.
Yeah, Klingon is a smart player with underrated passing skills, not just a big body out there.
Everyone talks about Jaden McDaniels' defense, and for good reason, Stan.
Well, B.A., one way to get a lot of playing time is to be the best. That's something. McDaniels is a total lockdown defender on the wing. He can guard anybody.
To the middle. Eason with a steal.
Well, the defense baited him into that pass, and he fell into the trap.
No good that time.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today, but you can't make it that obvious.
Pass to Frazier. Back to Daniels. Fires from deep. Orlando grabs the miss. After this game, they can look forward to L.A., where they'll match up against the Clippers. That'll be the back end of a 3-game road trip.
And remember, James Harden is usually a front runner in the league in assists. He has great vision.
Frazier, the pass to Eason. On the wing, Daniels. Outside McDaniels. Pass to Eason. Jacks up with 3. And he recovers it. Here's Frazier. Shoots over Harden. Frazier shot is off. And Harden's got the ball here for Orlando. 55 seconds left in the second quarter. To the inside. And the dunk by Duren.
How much power from Jalen Duren. Good game.
Here's Frazier. Yet to see a basket. Pass to McDaniels. And the officials will call the illegal screen here. Orlando making a switch here. Lopez is checked in.
Number 33, Lopez.
Grant, they could attempt a 2-for-1 here.
They could. The key here is a good look.
Harden against Daniels. Harden, the pass to Simmons. And here's Duren. Shot clock at 6. Maravich offline with a 3. Daniels against Simmons. Here's Frazier. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Here's Maravich over McDaniels. Here's Duren. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Duren's got 4 points in the quarter.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
And so it's the Orlando Magic leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. More 2K action in just a moment.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first.
And for that matchup with the Raptors, this looks like a complete toss-up to me. Talent level is similar. These games often come down to a few key plays.
And if that's the case, we'll see who has the better closers tonight. And returning our attention to this game, an impressive first half for the Orlando Magic.
Getting points from that second unit was clutch. Depth protects you against injuries, but it can also win a game for you.
Yeah, and those starters are going to have the fresh legs for the second half.
That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Pistons trail by 6. So for Orlando right now, James Harden out there with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Ben Simmons. Then there's Toumani Camara. And it's Duren in at center. Clinging with a screen. To the paint. Duren with a steal. Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
There's that man, Gilgeous-Alexander. So tough to contend with his quickness.
Good on both.
Well, you see why teams try to avoid fouling him. You're basically giving away points.
Daniels outside. Here's Frazier. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. And yep, it's good.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
And there's the call on Tari Eason. That's his first foul. And here are the Magic now. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Here's Daniels, plenty of space, plenty of room to knock down that one. Daniels has gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
And for Daniels, that's a comfortable range for him. And he's big enough that he can shoot over the top of the defense.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
And the ball out of play, the Magic will have it.
It'll be the Magic's ball.
And here are the Magic now. 6-point lead. And it's Eason penetrating. It's Eason with the jam.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Pass to Harden. Lets it go from deep. And Clingan pulls it down.
Not a great start to the second half. Just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Got to communicate and switch that screen.
Back to Simmons. Gets stolen by Daniels. Here's McDaniels. Can't tie it up. That one misses.
And that's their first miss after hitting 4 in a row to start the half.
And it's SGA missing.
This is not how they wanted to start the second half. Just 1 of 5 so far.
Frazier, the pass to Eason. That one's good. This game is all even. Eason's got 4 points now in the quarter.
I just love the ball movement.
Orlando calls timeout. Orlando making some changes. Bol, he's checked in for Duran. Vanderbilt comes in for Simmons. And Herter's subbed in for Harden. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. There's a screen by Bol. SGA can't get it to go.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Here's Frazier. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass. Frazier's got 6.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
The Magic have gone only 1 for 6 here in the second half. Outside Vanderbilt. Bol with it. Guarded now by Clingan. 6 to shoot. Outside Kamara. Pass to Vanderbilt. McDaniels with a steal. 4-3. And it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be given.
Here's Bol. Oh, and a great assist by SGA. That one goes in. 10 points for him.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
And here's Detroit. They're on a 12-4 run. Here's Frazier. And it's blocked by SGA.
Impeccable defense from Gilgeous-Alexander. For a guard, he blocks a fair amount of shots.
George, he's checked in for Frazier.
Third personal foul. 13 foul. Coming on to the floor, he's going to Pistons. Number 7.
SGA against George. Ooh, Shai showing no fear inside.
His efficiency has been a big factor in helping them capture this lead.
Outside McDaniels. Outside Eason. It's Eason with the jam.
I just love the aggressive finish.
Now, I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for Orlando. Pass to Bol. Outside, SGA. SGA takes it himself. And finished off by Bol.
And Shai's playmaking is really exceptional. Highlighted there with the perfect pass.
George against SGA. Here's Eason. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It goes on Bol. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Magic?
Well, they've been owning the painted area offensively. I love the intensity they're playing with down there.
They're also finding a lot of points tonight off of transition play, running the floor and using the fast break to beat the defense.
That's good from Eason. Claxton, he's checked in for the Pistons. Johnson comes in for Daniels. Eason hits them both. 1:37 left to play in the third quarter here. Simmons against George, and it's Simmons missing. For Detroit, they've gone 7 of 10 here in the second half. Back to Johnson. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. Johnson's got his second bucket of the night.
And they just continue to sharpen their offense here in the second half.
Orlando trailing here. Here's Maravich. No made baskets yet. 55 seconds left in the third quarter.
Sometimes the action speeds up on you a little too much. Two teammates not on the same wavelength there.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
George, he's checked in for the Pistons. Frazier comes in for McDaniels. Yes, it's good. And now a 4-point Detroit lead.
For him, it's been a tale of two halves. He's starting to make an impact now.
Here's Maravich, taking a look at his numbers, averaging about 11 a game. It's rebounded by George.
Bad foul. That's not who you want to send to the line.
Detroit shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. The first one falls. Man, he's checked in for Ben Simmons.
Taking 2 shots.
He does not get the second one. Johnson with a bucket.
I think he caught the defense napping. Those plays can be soul-crushing.
Here's Maravich. George defending. Lopez, the screen on George. Maravich, the pass to Lopez. Here's Maravich. To the left side wing. Orlando moving the ball around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Orlando needs to get off a shot here. Tari Eason has been leading the charge for the Detroit Pistons. And that quarter was all about him, leading the comeback charge. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. They've got Keyshawn George, also Johnson out there, George out there with Nicholas Claxton, and it's Frazier in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Here's Claxton, rebounded by Lopez.
Even though it hasn't been his best game, they're still up, and that's what's important.
Lopez, the screen. Man, the pass to Lopez. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. It's on Nick Claxton. All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for Detroit?
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. Really great when you see it in action.
And also the number of points they've scored in the paint has been impressive. This coaching staff encouraging them to keep going inside.
Here's Frazier. And it's all from three-point range. Magic trail by 3. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Simmons. Outside, SGA. Tipped. George with it. Picked up by Simmons. Offensive rebound. Claxton. Back to George. Tries again. The shot that time not on target. Ooh, great D that time from Simmons. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Impressive finish by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And we've become used to seeing this from Gilgeous-Alexander, one of the most versatile and dominant scoring threats in today's game.
And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. Detroit making a change here. Klingen's checked in. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
JB Bickerstaff had some words for his team over the break. He cautioned his guys against forcing things at the arc, saying we can't make a rhythm happen, so don't force it. Take what is coming to you out there. Coach hoping for a renewed offensive focus going forward, guys.
Thank you for that, Allie. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Down low. Here's Bold. And finished off by Bold.
Nice decision by SGA. That is why you want him handling the ball.
And so George will bring it up for the Pistons. It's a one-point game. And it's Orlando on the break. And Duren with the basket on the assist from Bold.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assists.
Here's Frazier. Orlando grabs the miss.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And now a three-point Orlando lead.
It's impressive how Harden makes room inside. He finds a way to navigate the shots. And here in the fourth, he's been zeroed in, hitting some big-time buckets.
On the wing, Harden fires for three. Rebounded by Frazier. The Pistons have gone 2 for 7 from the field here in the fourth. Not great. George with the bucket.
Well, at 6'4", George is a long lead guard. It really helps him inside.
Inside, here's Bold. And finished off by Bold. Coming down the stretch, it's still anyone's game.
Incredible effort and energy on both sides. These guys must be gassed.
George against Bold. Going inside. SGA passes to Harden. Here we go. And here comes the coach's challenge. He disagrees with the foul. He does not hesitate to ask for a second look. It's a pretty heated game. Every call matters.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still.
The previous play is under review.
There's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
So for the Pistons, Eason's checked in for George. McDaniels comes in for Johnson. And Dyson Daniels subbed in for George. And a change for the Magic. Vanderbilt's checked in. Orlando trailing here. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's the break. And it's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. Here's McDaniels. And so the ball out of bounds. Duren touched it last.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Now Eason. Shot clock at 6. Daniels fires. Misses the three. The Magic have gotten 7 of 9 from the floor in this fourth. Now here's SGA. The D's right on him. That's tipped. And out of bounds. Detroit will have it. The Pistons leading. Here's Daniels. Oh, stolen by Harden. And here's SGA. Now Duren. Now Harden. Vanderbilt, a screen on Daniels. And it's Harden penetrating. And he racks up 2.
Oh, can you say... important bucket by Harden. James always wants the ball in these moments. Love it.
And Gilgeous-Alexander with a block. Easton outside. Beyond the arc. Harden with a rebound. And Harden's got the ball here for the Orlando Magic. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth. Now Vanderbilt. Oh, he can't get the layup. There's a minute 12 left in the final quarter. Driving to the basket. That one goes. Yes, sir.
What an important move for Klingen.
Well, Orlando shooting a fantastic 57%. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Daniels. He launches. Oh, it doesn't go. 44 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander on the drive.
Well, you feel for the defense there. Duren is just a beast inside.
And no good as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second. Kamara, he's checked in for Orlando.
Well, they had a chance for the lead right there, but we're all evened up.
And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. It's McDaniels on the wing. Kamara covering. SGA pulls it down.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Outside McDaniels. Eason. Can't hit it. Timeout. Magic. McDaniels with a steal. He's off from three. Regulation is ended, and we are headed to overtime. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this game. Here we go. Donovan Klingen out there with Tari Eason. Then there's McDaniels. Then there's Dyson Daniels. And it's Frazier in at the point. Here's Duren. Here's Frazier. Got a piece of it.
This is the type of defender Duren is capable of being. Terrific activity and positioning. Coming up with the rejection.
Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
Things are definitely working offensively. A balanced attack is just so much harder to defend.
Daniels lays it in easily.
Well, Daniels has good length, so this close in, he can use that to his advantage.
Outside Simmons. Harden surveying the D. Duren with a screen on McDaniels. Now Duren. Eason with the ball. And Kamara picks him up defensively. Pass it in! Magic trail by 4. Outside Harden. Duren, the screen. Ready off the pass. He lays it in.
And they have a never-give-up attitude.
Yeah, and as a coach, you love having a team like this. They've got zero quitting.
Here's Frazier. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Well, make no mistake, this is exactly who they want at the line in this situation.
Duren, the screen. SGA drives in. SGA lethal off the drive.
Oh, obviously Gilgeous-Alexander has the will to win. What a relentless effort.
Here's Frazier. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Oh, deflected. And so the ball out of bounds. Gilgeous-Alexander touched it last. Here's Frazier. SGA covering. Here's McDaniels. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Frazier. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Oh! Touches it off the glass.
Oh, whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Now Simmons. Ooh, he leaves no question.
Answering the call. Ben Simmons, huge in the biggest moment.
Oh, lots of drama in this game so far.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes down to the final buzzer. Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Look, that's a pressure moment, and he came through.
Orlando calls timeout. They trail by 4. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
Searching for a fast bucket, then a way to stretch things out.
Yeah, and then they have to foul quickly and hope for some misses at the line.
Daniels against Harden. And an intentional foul there stops the clock. Oh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that makes it a 3-point lead. Timeout. Magic. Given the situation here, what sort of strategy needs to be top of mind?
Tricky situation here. They need some kind of bucket to stay alive.
Yeah, the clock is their enemy, and they know it. We'll see if they go for the tie or try and get a quick one.
And the foul on Ben Simmons. That's his first foul of the game. We're in the bonus now, and they'll go to the line. He hits the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. He's off on the free throw, unable to get the second one to drop. Harden! So it's a narrow victory for the Pistons, pulling it out to a W. It was touch and go there for a while, but in overtime, they caught a second win.
They really did, and it was wild.